What's up guys, and welcome to another YuGiOh Duel Links video. So today we'll be talking about the Warrock archetype. So the Warrock archetype is a new archetype that was introduced in the main box that was recently that was released, called Shining Sunrise. And as you can see, they are an archetype that's actually focusing on warrior type monsters. Even though the name is called Warrock, you might think it's actually a rock based archetype, but it's not. So let's get into the deck real quick. Allow me to show you the cards that are currently available. So the main UR card from this entire archetype is called the Warrock Meteor Dragon. He cannot be destroyed by opponent's card effects, but when an attack is declared involving this card and opponent's monster, negate that opponent monster's effect this turn, as well as activate the effects and effects on the field of monsters with its original name. And also, in addition to that, once per turn during a battle phase which your Earth Warrior monster is to attack or battle, you can make all Warrock monsters you control gain 200 bonus attack points, and this will last until the end of your opponent's turn. This card can make up to 2 attacks on monsters during each battle phases every turn. So once you actually get the bonus attack, you can actually have it attack all monsters up to twice. Not to mention, it's a only UR card for the monsters thus far, but even if you do not have this monster, it's fine because the most of the core cards involve Warrock Forcia and also Warrock Gactos. So for Warrock Rocia, if you were to actually battle and destroy the opponent's monster, you can essentially add a Warrock card from your deck to your hand. Essentially, it is a searcher card that allows you to go into your field spell, quick plays like Warrock Ordeal, like Dignity, as well as Spirit. Whereas Ordeal is also included in is a continuous spell, and that gives a bonus 200 for every Warrock monster on the field as well. And this card is sent from the monster zone to the graveyard by opponent's card effect. You can special summon with level 5 or higher Warrock from your hand or deck, and they can only activate each of its effect once per turn. So the attack bonus is a great deal, and also the searching effect is also a great bonus overall if you are planning to fill your field with much more monsters. Not to mention, Gactos itself is a great combo piece if you are going for an Xyz or even a synchro play overall. As long as you normal summon a Warrock monster onto the field, you can special summon this monster from your hand. If this card is sent from the monster zone to the graveyard by a card effect, you can special summon a level 5 or higher Warrock from your deck or your hand. So essentially, all the Warrock have this secondary effect. When they are sent to the graveyard, special summon a level 5 or higher Warrock from your deck or your hand onto the field. The third card for the level 4s is Warrock Wento. If your Earth Warrior monster battles an opponent's monster during damage calculation, you can pay 800 life points. Your battling monster gains 800 attack points until the end of his turn. And also, as usual, the Warrock effect of special summoning is also included. And next up is the level 5 Warrock Mammoth. So control no monsters, or all your monsters are warrior type monsters, normal summon without tributing. If your Earth Warrior destroys battles or after damage calculation, target a spell or trap your opponent controls and destroy it. So essentially, this allows you to destroy your opponent's spell and trap as long as your Warrock monster battles after damage calculation. This effect activates as well. Next up is a field spell. Warrock Mountain is also a searcher that allows you to search for a Warrock monster to add from your deck to your hand upon activation. Not to mention, at the start of your battle phase, you can special summon a Warrock onto the field, and you can essentially build up your field just like that with 3 monsters at one go. Next up is Warrock Dignity. So this is basically a negate. This card negates basically monsters and also spell and traps if you activate it as well. Next up, you have Warrock Ordeal. So this Ordeal card is a continuous spell card that whenever your Warrock monster destroys an opponent's monster by battle and sends to the graveyard, remove a counter and draw a card. This is the draw engine for your entire deck, and it's a normal card as you can see. So even if you do not have the SR or the UR card, you can build a pretty decent Warrock deck overall. Just that you gotta choose what kind of play you're gonna go into, whether it's tribute summoning, XC summoning, or even synchros. That all depends on you and how you want to play about with your deck. Next up is Warrock Spirit. So this is a quick play spell that special summons a Warrock monster in the graveyard. And also, if it's in attack position for the rest of the turn, its effects are negated, but it cannot attack directly. Second one, if you special summon into defense position, Warrock monster you control will be destroyed by battle. It is not destroyed. So essentially, if you want to go into defense position, you can bring out any other of these monsters. Since their attacks and defense are pretty much the same as their attack and defense, it's quite fine as well, so that's why I included Wall Disruption, just in case my board were to be wiped out by monsters of higher attack by my opponent as well. I can actually activate this to basically build up much more defense walls and have Wall Disruption to cut down their attacks, so during that next following turn I can basically go for much more plays during on. For the XCs, I'm using mostly rank 4 monsters, as you can see: Excalibur, Blade Armor Ninja, Utopias, and also One-Eyed Skill Gainer. Because One-Eyed Skill Gainer requires 3 level 4 monsters. Most of the time I do build out a board that has a lot of those monsters, but overall, if you were to play this kind of deck build, you do not actually need to go to XC summoning, because your War Rock monsters are going to be super piled up in attack points, and they are going to be super beefy as heck. For the skill, I'm using Extra Pain, because why not? War Rocks with a bit of extra pain whenever they destroy an opponent's monster by battle and inflicting more damage. That little sprinkle of 100 damage to their life points is just a bit more sweeter as well. So that's basically it for the War Rock deck. Let's go into the duel and allow me to show you how this deck is gonna play. Let's go, Wave Duel.
Make you famous, or better yet, infamous.
A turbo duelist duel. Are you ready? You're up.
My turn.
I end my turn.
I draw.
So as you can see, I opened up without any of the core cards, but that is fine since I'm going to normal summon Warrock Wento, then activating Gacto's effect to special summon itself onto the field, just like that. And I'm just gonna set Warrock Dignity so I can have that extra negate effect and attack. Extra pain, 100 right there, and 1900 in the face. Now with 600 life points left, let's see what they are gonna do.
Set your sights on this. This isn't going as I hoped. I end my turn.
I'm gonna draw.
Perfect. Another card that adds our defense. Let's continue on, and normal summon Mahmood onto the field. Mahmood attacks and basically defeats this duelist by the second turn. Next up is Akiza, Isinski, and with Dark Verger on the field. Let's just say it's gonna be an easy duel. So right now with Dark Verger on the field, let's proceed our battle phase. Attack that monster. Using Mahmood's effect as well. Destroy that back row just like that. And now 2200 just like that. One turn kill. Up to Crow, and let's see what he brings out. So he now has Blackwing Steam the Cloak. Okay, Harmattan the Dust. Let's negate that effect because I don't like it.
I'll use my face down card. Here's a quick play spell.
You're not ready for this winged swordsman. Blackwing.
Okay, 2200.
Cram the shining stars effect.
Special summon another monster. Let's go.
Here I go. Steam the cloaks effect act the tuner monster.
Okay.
Blackwing, steam the cloak. Prepare for some shock and
Blackwing Dragon, that's fine.
sword of power.
So even if you're to get into a pinch, it isn't actually that bad.
Show yourself. I'm setting. I end my turn.
Okay, sweet.
I draw.
Alright, so right now let's set Wall Disruption real quick.
A card.
And let's proceed with our battle. Wait, let's just go into something that I enjoy doing. Detaching all the materials. 1, 2, let's go. Normal summon Wento. Let's attack into that monster. Mahmood's effect triggers. Destroy that back row. And let's attack once more.
Take this. I attack with my monster. Cruising time. The demon.
Extra pain.
I
And now we just cleared the board just like that.
I end my turn.
I'm setting a monster.
Well, right now we drew into 4 share, but that is okay, because right now we can finish him real quick. Let us destroy that monster. Mammut's effect triggers once more. Destroy that back row and gain attack points. Attack directly. And finally Excalibur.
I won't fall for these same tricks next.
I'll share the.
And yes, that's essentially how you can build a Warrock deck. So as you saw during the entire play, I did not manage to get into any of my high rarity Warrock monsters, but that is fine because I managed to show you how you can actually play this deck even without having any of those combo pieces in your deck. I mean, you can basically have all of these R rarity monsters as well as these spell and trap cards. Even if you don't have Warrock Mountain, you have other spell and traps like MST or even like Banishing Cyclone. You can add them in even with the Warrock Mountain or even the Warrock Meteor Dragon overall. Because there are a lot of options for you to go into, especially for the rank XCs kind of play if you want to try that out for yourself. And let me tell you, if I would manage to join the Warrock Ordeal earlier, then maybe I can draw much more cards and have much more options to go into play. But as you saw just now, there is actually no need if you do not have any of the high rarity monsters or even spell and trap, the spell card, the field spell especially for Warrocks to essentially play. And that is how this deck itself is very valuable and how you can basically build more combos even if you do not have any of the much more powerful cards overall. You can even play with Guild for the Lightning or even with any god cards if you want to try out, since as you can see the field builds up pretty fast, so you don't actually have to be that much afraid if you do not have any monsters during that turn. So that basically wraps up the entire showcase of my Warrock deck. I can still play a few other duels and have a few other demonstrations overall, but I think it is better that you have this kind of information on the Warrock itself and know that it is a very cheap deck to build overall, even if you don't manage to have the field spell or even the boss monster, and you can still keep on playing even if it is basically a normal and R deck as a whole. So that's it, thank you so much for watching, I hope you guys enjoyed and I'll see you next time. And goodbye.